Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Christopher Terrence Jones. How are you doing? Hope all is well with you. Hope you are having a fabulous day. All that good stuff. You know how it is. Check this out. Go ahead. Share this video right now. Don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe and follow. And make sure you like the video. Like the video. Comment, but keep it cute. Check this out. The other day, P Diddy gave this speech as he received the iconic award at the Clive Davis Grammys party, or wherever it was. And he went into this basically whole thing about he had been conflicted about receiving this award, and how basically he's saying that the Grammys has oppressed people and they've held everybody down, and they weren't there. There was no diversity, which we know that's the truth. There is no diversity. If you look at the Grammys, you far in between before you see a black person. If you look at the nominations, the majority of the time, it's artists you've never heard of. And the songs that were hot this year, that were really, really, really hot, they got nominated, but none of them won. None of them won. I'm still trying to figure out who Billie Eilish is. Y'all forgive me. I really am trying to figure out who this is. But that's another thing. He went into talking about how African Americans own and they control the directive and the narrative, because they decide music videos is really what keeps your children wearing their pants sagging, hanging off their butts, because that's what they see in the videos. And you know, it's all true. We see this. You watch the videos, the kids glorify the cars, they glorify the money, they glorify all of these different things that hip hop artists and rappers put in their music videos. So this keeps the kids wanting to emulate them and be just like them, even though we know that's not always a good thing. It's not always a good thing. So he continued on. Like I said, he said he was conflicted, and that this day no longer would he have them hold him bound. And he was no longer about making hit music. He was more about focusing on the culture. Focusing on the culture. He also talked about Michael Jackson and how Off the Wall was never nominated for a Grammy. And so Michael's revenge was Thriller, and he walked away with all of these Grammys. And so he kept going, and like I say, he made some valid points. He made some very valid points about how R&B has not been represented. You know what I mean. They have not been shown. Hip hop has not been shown. And he continued on. And, you know, we thought, okay, this is a great speech for somebody other than you. Because when I look at the Grammys, you've always been there. So if you felt this, why did you go and support them? I'm confused. You said you were conflicted. You just got conflicted 2 days before. Why weren't you conflicted all the years before you, when so many talented artists who really have major talent, you're good at what you do, but the likes of Patti LaBelle, I mean, there are artists out there who really should have won several awards, and they've never received them. And you knew this for years. This is not something we just started talking about yesterday. This has been going on and on and on and on. And so I'm confused at how all of a sudden you get conflicted. What changed now? What changed for you now? But here's the other piece. So while you were saying all of these wonderful, great accolades about what we should do as a community and for the culture and bringing the culture to the forefront and all of that, did you forget that you hold the publishing rights to Mase's stuff? and Mase has asked you to buy his category, his book, his all of that, and you haven't sold it to him. And so if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, click the link in the video below. Mase came out and said that he has asked P Diddy, who oh, by the way, he calls himself Sean Love Combs now. He added love into the middle of his name. So he's Sean Love Combs. So, but Mase asked him about buying his stuff, and he was like, well, can you come up to what the other people are offering? So my thing is, if we're talking about being oppressed and being held down, it's always our own people that keep us held down. We are our worst enemy. We don't never want to see anybody come up. We don't never want to see anybody elevate. We always keep our own people down. So P Diddy, right now, you have your foot on his neck. He offered you $2 million, and this is all public record. He said it. It's out of Mase's mouth, so you guys can go watch it for yourself. He offered you $2 million, and you still won't sell it to him. And if you're about keeping the culture and putting the culture first, sell him his stuff. And $2 million is a generous offer, because for the fact that Mase is really not being played on the radio now, because the shift in the music now that we get is not like what Mase was rapping about when his time was there. So there's a total difference in there. So, and if you're about the culture, give him his stuff. What's it going to hurt you? You're a billionaire. What is it going to hurt you to take your foot off of an artist who was up under you? And basically, you talked about, oh, this was a good one. You talked about, oh my God, why Motown, Berry Gordy. But do you understand how many artists came from under Berry Gordy and said that he never paid them? And you used Berry Gordy as a person that you looked up to? But there's so many artists. Perfect example, we can always say, how in the world were the Supremes the biggest group of all time? The biggest group of all time for girl groups, created, founded by Flo Williams. And she died broke. She died broke. Y'all catch that? She died broke on the group that she founded. See, I'm confused about that. So when you use P Diddy, when you use Berry Gordy, and then I don't even think it was 2 days later before Mase came out and said the same stuff about you. So how are you moving the culture forward? You really are moving the culture backward, because you took from Berry Gordy everything. You were only supposed to take the part where how they came together in the room and everybody sat in that room and said, is this a good song? No, I don't think so. This could be a little better here, there. So they had a think tank. And in that think tank, each person said what they liked about a song or what they didn't like about a song. That was the part you were supposed to get from Berry Gordy. You wasn't supposed to get the part where he paid people pennies while their projects made millions. See, that's not moving the culture forward. That's moving the culture backwards. So for those of you that are out there that want to be a producer, that want to own a record label, and you want to do for the culture, give to the artists. Support the artists. Yeah, you're going to make your money along the way, but stop taking from and putting your foot on their neck and holding down good artists. You're never supporting the culture. You're always against the culture. So P Diddy, right now, you're just scum. You're scum. I have no respect for you. How can I have respect for you when this man comes out and says after all these years, you still won't sell him the rights to his music, the stuff that he created? All you did was put it out. That's all you did. So it shouldn't kill you right now to give him his product. Give it to him. If you are about everything that you stood up there and said, be a real man. Because once again, you're a billionaire already. So how much more money do you need if it's not helping the community and pushing the culture forward? It's your boy, Christopher Terrence Jones. I'm out. Have a great day.